Well, hello friends. So, during my most recent crisis of realizing I am a perceivable creature, and thus panicking and locking myself away into my office to just draw elf boys all day and forget about the world, I realized something! We have hit 25,000 subscribers. That's a lot! I figured that's one of the bigger milestones on YouTube, you know? Like, you got your first 100, you got your first 1K, maybe like 10K, 25K, 50K, you know what I'm saying? So I figured we should do something a little special to celebrate. It's been a while since we've done a Q&A, so that's what we're doing today. Now, I asked on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram for questions, so I'm sorry if I don't get to yours. I got a lot. A good amount of them were duplicates, so if there were, I'll try to put everyone that asked that question or a similar question on the screen, so we all get our little shout-outs, you know? I'm still just so... 25,000, that's so many people. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, even though I've been a very unproductive YouTuber this year. But you know, I think we get it. I think we all have been unproductive. It's gonna be like that sometimes. But yes, thank you guys so much, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the questions. So we will be starting with the YouTube questions first. If you could add any pre-existing but non-playable races as playable, what would it be? Ooh. A slowed. That would be great. If you were to make a new Elder Scrolls character, what would it be named and what race would it be? Well, generally, if I were to make one, I do make it. So I don't really know. I have recently been working on a new character that, unless if you follow me on my other social media, you haven't really heard much about. And that's a Nord named Bjorn, but we'll get more into him later. Out of all of your Elder Scrolls characters, who is the imposter? It's gotta be Gonare. We know it's Gonare. If you could be added as a follower or quest character into the Elder Scrolls games via mods or Bethesda asking you to make a cameo, which race and class would you really love to be featured as? Okay, so like, I'd like to say Wood Elf, because Wood Elves are pretty cool, but I'm also... I feel like I've gotten a similar question on one of my past Q&As. I'm very Nordy looking. So that would probably make the most sense, and I'm a coward, so I'd be a stealth archer. And I do archery in real life sometimes, but... Now we have 3 questions in one here, but I like the questions, so we'll go through all of them. Now that it's autumn, are you going to start streaming again soon? Don't count on it. Streaming scares me. I'm sorry, it just does, okay? I make videos for a reason. I'm just too dang awkward. I have to cut out all my ramblings. It's just... I still get intimidated by it. I don't know, since I don't enjoy it very much. I'd rather focus on video making. But I might. I'm not saying it's out of the question. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I should stream again, but then don't. Are you still going back to Oblivion when Blood Moon is finished? Yes. And something you hinted at in the last Q&A, are you going to make a video about what features, plots, etc. you want in Elder Scrolls 6? Also maybe. I'm really bad at scripted videos and making that sort of thing. I guess I could just kind of ramble off the top of my head, which is usually what my videos are. But I feel like something like that I would want to make a list, and I probably should work on that. Though honestly, I got a lot of questions about that actually. So we'll get into that a little bit in this video, but we'll get there. So I've noticed that I got a couple of questions about my Elder Sims, that's what I called it. That series and Dragon Age. Dragon Age has been gone for a long while now. But people have been asking if I would bring those back. I feel like this whole video is just me going, I don't know. I always noticed those didn't get as much interest as the other series, which didn't really super bother me. Dragon Age I just kind of fell off with, and I never really meant to, it just kind of happened. And then such an amount of time had passed, I was just like, should I pick this up again? Will even less people watch now? I don't know. So I was just kind of torn on that one, and I still kind of am. So I don't know. It's not going to come back at least while I'm trying to play Fable and while we have the next gen stuff coming up. So it'll probably be a while before I touch Dragon Age again, but I might someday. And the Elder Sims, it was kind of in the same situation where it didn't get like a whole lot of views, but I enjoyed doing it, so I kept doing it anyway. But my computer hates recording The Sims. Like usually if I record a game like Skyrim or ESO, you know, a little bit more intensive on my computer, I can just boost down my webcam a little bit and it can handle recording both my webcam and the gameplay just fine. The Sims? It gets so mad. Like, the reason I have so many jumps where it, like, zooms in and my face is gone or whatever is just because my webcam lags out so bad during that Let's Play. I've tried to fix it. It sasses me so much. So if you guys are really, really interested and want more, I might. It's just, now I feel like I need to reboot it again because I feel so bad. I always push Ozza aside in favor for, like, Gunnar and Teldrin. We all know those are my boys. So if I did, I might start later in the family line again. I don't know. I don't know. My computer doesn't seem to want me to, but maybe. Would you ever think you would have gotten to 25,000 subscribers? No. I think I kind of talked about this in the past, but I always just kind of figured my channel would stay pretty small. I think that's a reason why I'm getting overwhelmed a lot nowadays. Because no, I didn't really expect this. I was just like, you know, I'm gonna start this channel, play some Morrowind so that I can finally make my boyfriend experience it without him actually playing it, and maybe make a couple of friends along the way. It's been a lot more than that. Okay, this I've gotten a lot of questions about. What do you think about the future of The Elder Scrolls 6 after Microsoft's acquisition of ZeniMax Media and like Bethesda, all of that? I've gotten so many questions about what I think about Xbox now owning Bethesda. Honestly, I was gonna go Xbox anyway. With Avowed and Fable and just the better mods on Xbox and, you know, the current gen, the previous gen, whatever, on the Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One, but I know the mods are better on there. And just the fact that, like, I feel like my PC could probably handle next gen games, but not while recording, because I do record my webcam and the gameplay separate. It's pretty heavy on my computer. I figured I will probably need a console and a capture card for the next gen stuff, so I figured Xbox would probably make more sense. So honestly, I hope Microsoft makes them actually put out a game. I feel like maybe they joined just because they needed the extra funds. I don't know if that's true. I don't know anything about game design. I'm not a developer. I create elves, post their stupid stories through the internet, and I cry about it. But honestly, I think it's probably a good thing. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm not really worried about them being exclusives. I don't think they would do that, but if they do, maybe that's a bad mindset, but it won't affect me. So I know I think most people are going with the PS5, but I don't know. Y'all can have your Spider-Man and whatnot. I want my fantasy RPGs. But yeah, I think hopefully it'll be a good thing. It'll mean more funding for them, assuming. Hopefully it'll put them on their toes, make them get some stuff done. Why am I doing this? But yeah, I think it's hopefully a good thing. Okay, this is another one I've gotten a lot. I get a lot of questions about Elder Scrolls 6. Need to make a whole video about that still, because I need to get my thoughts together more about it. My thoughts are always very frantic. And this one I'll probably go over briefly because I feel like I've probably mentioned it in other videos, but what would I like the plot of Elder Scrolls 6 to be? I really wanted to take place in Hammerfell and High Rock, we know that. I called it too. I've been saying it before we even got that teaser, so I'm pretty sure. I try not to think about what I want the plot to be too much because then I'd get too into it, and I don't want to write a bunch of stuff and then have to get rid of it all and rework it all, but I'm hoping it'll be relatively soon after Skyrim, and that it'll be fighting against the Thalmor. That's the main thing I want, because I already have characters set up for that. Speaking of which, I don't know on what website I got this from, but I know I got questions about my Elder Scrolls 6 character. That's another thing I'll only talk about briefly, because I know I've talked about it in other videos just a little bit. But people have asked me what my Elder Scrolls 6 character will be. I'm actually going to be playing as twins, but the main one will be a wood elf, though he's also half high elf. A stealthy little magic boy. So there you go. Probably, anyways. Probably. Favorite Daedric prince? Probably still Hermaeus Mora. I feel like it shifts sometimes between him and Sheogorath, sometimes Azura. But I think it's old Herma Mora. He's cool. Oh, Dagother is asking who my favorite animal is in Morrowind. Oh, we all be knowing. Gotta love me a good netch. It makes me so sad you can't see them dangling up there. I've had Moreau down because he's been my familiar in D&D, so he's a fun little prop. He's also a good hat. A good concentration hat for when you need to remember. You are concentrating on a spell, just put a netch on your head. You can't forget. What is your favorite non-Bethesda game? I can't. I gotta take the netch off. He's distracting me. Oh no. I feel like this changes a lot. I can't even figure out what my favorite Bethesda game is. Honestly, with all the stress of this year, I've really been enjoying Animal Crossing New Horizons. We know that. I've been playing it on my second channel. I'm gonna be getting back to that. Sometimes you just need your happy little Animal Crossing game, you know? I was a little disappointed with the new Animal Crossing for a little while, just because they took out some of the features, a lot of the features, and have just been adding them in through updates. I think that's kind of lame, Wish they would have, you know, had all of it from the start and given us new stuff and updates. But the new Halloween update has me excited again, so I've been really into it again. So I'd say right now that's my favorite, but like I said, it changes all the time. I'd say right before that, it was probably The Witcher 3, because I've been playing that again in my free time, and beautiful. Great game. And before you ask, it's probably not coming back to the channel. It's really hard for me to record, because my PlayStation says no to my capture card, and my computer wants to explode when I try. Favorite companions in Oblivion. First reply to it. I'd guess Anus. You're right! It's my boy Anus. I miss him. Oh, rest in peace. I always forget he dies. Ugh. On to the Twitter questions, though also some of the Twitter questions were probably in with the YouTube questions because I get duplicates, but on to the Twitter questions. What was the first thing that inspired you to flesh out your character so much? Pure boredom in high school. What are some notable inspirations for some of your Elder Scrolls characters, and how much have they evolved since first creating them? I feel like I could make a whole video on this alone, honestly. Like the timeline of my elf boy's creation. I feel like with most of my characters, I haven't really looked into any other character in particular, you know what I'm saying, for inspiration. Sometimes I'll kind of gather bits here from certain movies, bits here from certain characters in games. I'm trying to think of some in particular. I know Adamo I made because I was thirsty about Ancano. Not too thirsty. I just kind of thought he was cool. And so originally I made Gunnair have this mentor that was part of the Thalmor, but he has since evolved a whole lot past that point. Gunnair, of course, is the character I've had that has evolved the most since I have created him, because I created him when I was like 14. Oh my god, I'm so sad. I had this whole journal that was his that I was writing about him back whenever I was like 14 or 15, and I threw it out. And it would have been such a good video. And I'm so mad about it, but it is gone. It was so inaccurate to the lore. It was, Yeah, once again, I feel like I could make a whole video about this. So if you're interested, let me know. I can make a timeline of the Elf Boys video at some point. Basically, they've just evolved past a lot of lore inaccuracies, and hopefully just a lot of better character building and design. Because they were all pretty basic in the beginnings. Would you like to scratch my cat's belly? Absolutely. Wait, is that even a question? Of course. I love cats, my favorite animals. And now we are on to the Instagram questions. This one I will have to awkwardly look at my phone for. When did you start playing Elder Scrolls? I think I said this in my last Q&A, maybe, possibly, I can't remember, but I was like 10. What would you think about an Elder Scrolls movie or TV show? I'd definitely be interested in it, but I would be afraid. And I feel like a lot of why I like the Elder Scrolls so much is because you can make your own characters and you can put them into the world and it's really cool and fun to make them. So obviously I'd be a little less interested in it if it was a TV show or movie, but I do like the idea. Yeah, we got a lot of duplicates on Instagram, so I'm sorry I'm like skipping through. What has the YouTube journey been like for you? Like I said, my channel has gotten a lot more traction than I ever thought it would, so that's been very crazy. I'm so thankful for all the friends that I've made while doing YouTube. That's been by far the best part of it to me. Just like finally having people that will listen to me cry about my elf boys. Just a dream come true. I'm doing this too much. Like, am I a chef? I'm suddenly a chef. It's of course had its ups and downs like everything in life does. I feel like any sort of creative thing, you always, of course, have to go through periods of big inspiration where you want to do all of these videos and then burnout. I know a lot of times the pressure does get to me, especially like, I don't know, I feel like people expect smaller YouTubers to upload like it's a full-time thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm not really a smaller YouTuber now, but you know. People put a lot of pressure on you to upload a lot, to upload perfectly, no mistakes in your video. That, it has overall been a very, very positive experience. I don't want to get too cheesy on you guys, but... And I think me and my channel have grown a lot, because if you've seen my older videos, and especially if you've seen my older videos on my old channel, I don't know, I'm a lot more confident and comfortable with myself than I was back then, and I think YouTube and D&D have been the sole reasons for that. Any mad ideas for possible Elder Scrolls spin-off games? I know once me and Ryder were kind of joking about, like, essentially like a League of Legends or Heroes of the Storm type game, but with notable Elder Scrolls characters. I don't know why that amuses me so much. And it's also my dream to create an elf boy dating sim. Even if that was just generic Elder Scrolls characters, that would also be great. So I think things like that beautiful. When are we gonna get like an Elder Scrolls racing game? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think about that sort of thing a whole lot. What excites you more, Elder Scrolls 6 or Beyond Skyrim? Elder Scrolls 6, because as much as I am excited about Beyond Skyrim, I just need to know what happens in Elder Scrolls 6 and what happens in between Skyrim and Elder Scrolls 6 so I can finish Gunnar's stupid story. I don't know how long this bitch has to do anything, because of course the timeline always gives you, like, for Daggerfall you had like what? You had a lot of years. Like 15 years? I could be wrong. I know I have it in my actual timeline that I've been writing down, but it gives you like a decade to do things, and then like the more modern games it's like, yeah, you could do all this within a year or two, and I'm just like, no, you couldn't. And there's more things I want Gunnar to do before. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be before Elder Scrolls 6. I'm kind of worried I'm gonna have to kill Gunnar. I don't want to, and I think I've found a way to work around it, but yeah, I just really want Elder Scrolls 6 to come out so I can finish writing stuff for some of my boys. I just don't like that nothing's set in stone. It should, What's your favorite shout in Skyrim and why? It would be Stormcall, but Stormcall always has to zap my friends, and that makes me sad. So I think it's Cyclone, because, well, once again, I think mods screwed that up for me too, but, used to, whenever a follower was in the door and wouldn't move, I would just Cyclone and they go whoop, and that was quite enjoyable to me. I don't know if that was the answer you were expecting, but are you happy? That's deep. In 2020? I've been better. I think we all have. Where's your favorite place you have traveled to? More personal questions. It's either Galveston, Texas, because we used to go there a lot. I just really like the vibe of it there, or it would probably be Colorado. I've only been there like once, at least one time I can remember. I think I went when I was an infant. But the mountains there? I felt so Skyrim-y. So beautiful there, so pretty. Especially when you live in such an ugly place like I do. Your favorite character you've made? Teldrin. Bjorn's kind of approaching that status, but I don't think he'll ever quite make it there. Will there be more VR videos? Ooh. There can be, if y'all are interested in it. Once again, it's a little bit harder for me to record, but I can try to. It's just the motion sickness, man. Oh, it gets to me. I do have a slightly better camera now. I don't think I ever used it in any of my VR videos, so maybe the quality would be a little bit better. I know the quality will probably never be great on those videos, but if you're interested, I could. But yeah, I've now went through all the questions. I've also been recording for a very long time. So I'm super sorry if I didn't get to your question. I didn't want this to be a super, super long video. Thank you guys so much again for 25K and for being patient with me throughout this most cursed year. I've literally just been locking myself away to draw and write about elves at this point. Maybe I'll share more of my creations, but I'm planning on recording more starting now because it actually has started to cool off a little bit, which I really needed because it was impossible to record in that heat. Even now I'm still like, ugh. But yeah, more stuff on the way. Thank you guys so much again. I'm so thankful for this little script fam. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.